How about some workarounds for old arthritic fingers? I will actually say, and this is something that I've done a video on, there are some workouts that you can do for your fingers to help strengthen them. I don't have a rubber band in front of me, but I met a lady who had really, really, really arthritic fingers. I think she might have had rheumatoid arthritis or something. And she just took a rubber band. And when I met her on the airplane, and when she was sitting on the airplane or on a long drive or something, she would just put the rubber band around her fingers and just keep stretching her fingers like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one exercise you can do. There are tons of exercises that you can do that would strengthen your fingers. Sure, there are some doctors that can probably give some medical advice on how to get rid of some arthritis pain, etc. So
in addition to that, I used to actually work with a guy who has a natural health company, and one of his biggest, the thing that he helped people with the most was actually arthritis and joints and whatnot. So I learned a lot about arthritis. I learned a lot about joints in that process. And essentially what happens is you can kind of think of when you get arthritis, the joint itself, and I know we're getting off the topic of guitar, but I think this will help a lot of people. The joint itself, essentially you can imagine that where the joints meet, long story short, in layman's terms, the ends of the joints become corroded, or they get like a scrape, like you get a scrape on your knee, and essentially that's why it starts hurting, is because it's like, just like when you scrape your knee, it hurts, right? It's exposing stuff that's under the skin that's really not supposed to be exposed. Now what happens is most people stop moving, and that's the biggest problem, and that's what makes it worse. They stop moving their hand. So when you stop moving, essentially there's joint fluid that surrounds your joint, and your joints actually dry out, and they actually become almost, you can imagine, like instead of like nice clear water, you can imagine like toxic sludge building up in like a lake that's been sitting there for a while, or a swamp with all that stuff on top of it. That's what your joints start to look like on the inside, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So the point is, you have to keep moving, and in order to keep moving, a couple of other things that can help you are either take natural joint supplements. There are a ton of those out there. And then another thing you can do is pain cream. There's creams that you can rub on your hand that allows you to move. And remember, it's not about getting the pain to go away. That helps, of course. Nobody wants to be in pain. But by, let's say, rubbing a cream on your hand, it allows you to move more. And moving is what helps. So hopefully that helps.
Am I kidding myself at 91? Am I fooling myself at 91?
Let me ask you this, Brock. How tall should a tree grow?
Man, as tall as it wants, honestly.
There's your answer.
There you go.
Do you want to keep playing? Do you want to keep getting better? Here's the thing.
Why stop, right?
Well, why stop? But first of all, for whoever's asking that question, number one, do you want to keep playing, and do you want to get better? If the answer is yes, then do it. Who cares how old you are? It doesn't matter. Do it, man. You only get, like, as far as we know, at least as far as I know, maybe you guys know more than me, I don't know. But as far as I know, we only get one life. Do what you want to do. Just play. Pick it up and play. Now, the other part of that is, I've said this before, a bunch of times, cause and effect. If you throw a ball up in the air, it's going to come down. If you slap somebody in the face, they're going to get mad. If you eat food, you're going to get full. If you do the exercises that we lay out for you, you're going to get better on guitar. It works. It's just that simple. Like, that's how it works. So again, the answer to that question is, do you want to keep getting better? If the answer is yes, then do it. And then how to get better, follow the steps that we lay out for you. That's it.
Yeah, you guys would be surprised how many emails we get for people who are saying, 70, I've been doing this for 50 years, and I finally. So, two of the guys running for president were 70,
yeah.
80s.
They're in their 70s, right?
Yeah.
So, president, come on.
Yeah, so I don't think, and one of them has never done it before. So I think that, like, it's never too late to learn something, and as long as it makes you happy, right? Like, if it's you got a bucket list, just go skydiving, learn to play guitar.
Right. Do it. Time is right now. I love whoever in the chat said do it. Appreciate that. That's awesome.